Faux homesteader, we are back. So here's what the tile floor in the bathroom looks like. It's river rock. The grout is dry. I applied a grout haze remover to take any of the remaining haze, the grout, off the stones. It's still a little bit dull, which I don't like it. When you get it wet, you could really see the colors of the rocks, individual rocks, really shine. So I'm going to look into how to make them shine. Maybe there's something that I can apply on the surface and that would that would be able to be permanent, that would enable the shine of the different colors of the rocks to come through permanently. So I do have a grout sealer that can go in between the river stones, but I think I'm going to wait until I can figure out how to maybe apply something, because I may not need to put that on if there's something that can go over top of this that would kind of seal in both the rock and the grout at the same time. With the grout sealer, you just put it on the grout itself and not on top of the rocks, the cut rocks. So I'm going to wait and do a little bit of homework and see if there's something that I can buy that would make a difference, that would permanently highlight the color of the stones, and not only when it just gets wet. So I'll see, but right now the floor is usable. I can walk on it. If possible, I'm going to try to put the toilet in. I don't know how successful I can be with that. There's a small leak on this valve here, and I don't know if I'll be able to fix it. So we'll see. I'm going to unpack the toilet. I got a brand new toilet, so I'm going to unpack it or take it out of its box, and then if I get enough nerve today, I'll try to put it in. If not, I'll wait until the next time. But anyway, the floor is done. I'm really happy about that. The bathroom is coming along nicely, and we'll continue the work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay, we are back. So I bought this sealer and finish to go over the river rocks in the bathroom. It's from Tile Lab. It's a gloss application, and we'll see how it works. So I'll show you what I'm going to do. So you can see in the bathroom I put the river rock tile down and I grouted it, but it has kind of like a dull appearance. And so once I put this sealer and finish on, it's a gloss application, so it should give the river stones a permanent wet look, and so that's what I'm hoping for. So I'm going to apply the first coat. You have to wait 2 hours in between coats, but I'm going to apply the first coat, wait 2 hours, and see what the shine looks like. And if I'm not satisfied, then I'll apply another coat and then keep going until I'm happy with the shine of the river rock. But hopefully it'll look awesome. I know that when I wet a sponge and I wipe the stones and it has that wet appearance, it really looks great. And so I'm hoping that this sealer and finisher will give this permanent application to where even if the floor is dry, it'll still have that shiny appearance. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the first coat, and then we'll wait 2 hours and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I applied the first coat. You can see it's kind of milky, and I think it's supposed to clear up once it's dry. But it's looking okay so far. I could probably tell already that I'll probably need a second coat because it's soaking in to the grout and also into the stone, which is okay. It didn't take long to put the first application on, maybe about 15 minutes, if that. What I did is I used a clean sponge and applied the first application. The second application I think I'll put on with a paintbrush just so I can make sure to get into the crevices. But I have to wait 2 hours to do that. So it's recommended that as soon as you finish with your sponge or your paintbrush that you go ahead and you wash that out, and I've already done that. And so what now I think I'm going to do is put a timer on and then see what happens after 2 hours. In the meantime, I can get started on another project. Okay, it's been 2 hours and already I'm liking the shine that's left behind. It looks really good. I think though I'm going to do one more coat. And this time I'm going to use a paintbrush and try to get in all the crevices and cracks. And then I think after this last coat, it should be good. We'll see how it looks, though. I have to wait 2 hours for it to dry before I'll be able to tell the final gloss. But I'm going to put on one more coat, and then we'll see what it looks. We'll see what it looks like. Okay? Okay, so the second coat is on. You can see it looks milky. So I need to wait 2 hours and let it dry. So this is probably something I will continue with when I come back. I won't be here for another 2 hours. So we'll see what happens next time when I come back. We'll see what it looks like and see how glossy it is. And then I'll determine whether or not I need another coat. Okay, see you next time. Faux Homesteader back at the cabin. Here's what the final result looks like for the floor. Last time I put a finish and a sealer on it, and I applied 2 coats. So now it's all dry and it's maintaining the shiny look, which I'm really pleased with. I don't think it needs a 3rd coat. I think this should be sufficient. So that means that we're ready to move forward. And the next thing we'll do is put the toilet in. The first thing I need to do is remove the old wax ring and put a new one in, and then we'll see what we can do. Okay, I'll bring you back. Had to grab a paper towel to wipe the wax on. I'm trying not to hit the rag or move the rag. Using a putty knife to take off the wax. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I hope it goes okay. You never know. So I don't know how well I need to clean all of this off. That should be good. Okay, so I'm going to go and read the instructions and then I'll come back. Okay, so the camera either cut out or didn't record, so I'm just going to explain what I've done in case I didn't catch it on video before. I took out the old floor bolts that were with the old toilet and installed the ones that came with the new one. And I had some bolts, I just hand tightened it in place, and it says that these have to be parallel to the wall. So I'm going to make sure that they're parallel to the wall before I actually attempt to put the toilet on. So I might have to adjust it. It doesn't look quite parallel. But anyway, the nuts are hand tightened, so it should be easy to adjust. And what I need to do now is once I get these bolts parallel to the wall, I need to put the wax ring on the new toilet and then put the toilet in place. This bathroom is not large enough to do all of that and record at the same time, so I'll have to bring you back once all of that is done. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll bring you back hopefully in a few minutes. Okay, we are back. As you can see, the toilet is installed. It was quite a chore. I got the water line hooked up, and I'm about to turn on the water to check for leaks and to see if the bowl will properly fill or the tank portion will properly fill. I'm kind of nervous because this is the first time I'm doing this, but here we go. So it's kind of dark back here. I'll put this light. Here's the valve here. And I'll just turn it on. So far, so good. The water is filling up. I'm not seeing any leaks. I think that is air just flushing through the system, hopefully. I'm not seeing any leaks so far anywhere around the toilet either. We might be in business. We got water. Now the question is, will it flush properly? Let's see how much it fills up. The bowl is filling also. So these are all good signs. Let's see if it stops once it reaches the appropriate height. The float valve is rising. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a few minutes to see if any leaks develop. If no leaks develop, then what I'll do is I will put the seat on, install the seat, and flush it for the first time, I guess, to see what happens. Alright, I'll bring you back. It is installed. The black toilet, I have to say, looks really, really nice. So far, there are no leaking issues. I haven't flushed it for the first time. I'll do that now. But so far, so good. So when I flush it, let's see if we have any problems. So let me set this down. So fingers crossed. Here's the first flush. It's kind of hard to see. That's why I have this light. But it's hard to hold the camera and the light at the same time. It's hard to see the water in this black toilet. So I'm going to flush it. We are in business. So I'm going to see, make sure there are no leaks back here where it connects to the water, the main. So far so good, so I'm going to let it fill back up, which I won't record, and then we will see if there's any leaking. If not, the toilet is good. So far so good. No leaks as far as I can see. Everything appears to be good. It's flushing okay. So I'm going to let it fill back up, and we appear to be okay. So the toilet is now in. Okay, so I took a little bit of time to clean up the bathroom, just a touch, and I wanted to bring you back for one last look. The River Rock floor is in. It's looking gorgeous. The new black toilet has been installed. It's functioning well. So far, no leaks, which is positive. Here we go. There's still quite a bit of work to do on the bathroom. I have to tackle the vanity is next, the vanity and sink. And then I was also considering painting the chinking in between the logs. I haven't decided that yet, but I'll think on that a little bit more. I also have to put in the ceiling. And then what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to paint the window sill and the window frame to give the bathroom a little bit of contrast. There's so much wood in here because of the logs. But that's what we got to do next. And I think we're making good progress. This is huge progress for me now to have the new toilet installed. I got the shower installed. The floor is done. The River Rock floor is done, and this is looking really great. So we're going to continue to march on. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time at the little cabin.